My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my ranking of the Underworld franchise from worst to meh. And okay, I don't know if you guys actually watched my reviews for the individual movies, but I just fucking despised this marathon. Like, this is actually one of the worst franchises ever because every performance falls flat. I never care about any of these characters. The action is just painfully generic. And just these movies are never fun, they're never interesting, they're never emotional, they're just flat, pointless, boring pieces of shit. So I really did hate most of these movies. So yeah, I'm going to rank them, but for this video, I'm also going to do something different. Well, I'm struggling to remember them, so I'm going to try my best to remember them as I talk about them. And keep in mind, I've watched all these movies within the past week, so here I go. The worst one is Underworld Evolution, and I actually can't remember anything about this movie. I know Michael's in it, the hybrid. I believe the final battle is on a bridge. It begins with a flashback, but that's as much as I can remember about this movie. Just a painfully bland, boring experience. Offers absolutely nothing, just a miserable watch, so that's why it's my least favorite. The second worst one is Underworld Awakening, and this is the first sequel without Scott Speedman, and you don't even feel his absence. Like, that's how nothing of a character he is. But we do got the main girl's daughter here, and there's a scene where she puts a bomb in one of the werewolves. Theo James is in this movie. Sorry, I'm really drawing a blank. These movies were just so difficult to pay attention to, and yeah, that's why it's number 4. 3, Underworld Blood Wars. Okay, I do remember the fight on the ice, and she tells, I don't know where my daughter is, and then she tastes her blood, and they actually realize she's telling the truth. And then she comes back with like white hair and a big winter jacket at the end. There was actually a decent training scene where like her and this other dude are fighting in a cage. And the same cage is at the end of the movie when the bad guy drinks Michael's blood. Yeah, that's all I got. It's, it still sucks. So, moving on. The second best one is the original because I'll at least give the movie this. You know, the aesthetics are well done. You know, visually interesting to look at times. And the first act of this movie had some promise. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay, I do remember like the first act. You know, she has to go after Michael, and she saves him, but he gets bitten. And then she takes him back to the mansion, and then they leave the mansion. After that, this movie is just a blank, so another boring piece of shit. Moving on. Underworld Rise of the Lycans is the least bad one of the bunch. I still don't think the execution is there, and you don't buy the romance as much as you should, but I think there is a solid story here about this vampire who falls in love with a werewolf, and he escapes prison, and Bill Nye's character is pissed off at her and locks her up, and then to try to get him to sympathize with her, she tells him that she's pregnant, and as a result, Bill Nye kills her, which only drives the werewolf love interest even farther. All that stuff actually compelling. I just wish the build up to it was better, and I wish the payoff was better, and I wish the movie was better. So it's frustrating because there is actually some good plot here, but still the execution left plenty to be desired. But hey, it still manages to be number one. So anyways, I will never watch or think about these movies again. I am free. But what's your ranking? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.